Yeah, well, I think that the game today, for me, it was a continuation of what we've been doing, but with the difference that this time we were able to be a little bit more effective and create more things going forward. Saying that in the first 30 minutes we didn't start really well, like they were better. In that period of time we had to do some adjustments, some movements with personnel, but I think that worked really well. And then obviously those 2 goals from Esther before the half, they really set us up well for the second half, and I think the second half we completely dominated in terms of every aspect of the game. We scored obviously the early goal. I think we could have scored a lot more, and very happy, very happy with the group. We spoke before the game how they deserve a reward for all the work they put in, and they got it tonight. Obviously it's been challenging after losing Tierna, and 2 days ago we lost both of Shelby and Ryan, so we had to sign Michelle. But then the team, we always say that we run a culture and a team of no excuses, so we have to make sure that we were ready for it, and the players were, and super proud. The first professional goal for Lilly, and also the debut from Hazy, and a special day for them. The best of all these reasons is probably having Midge Purce back in after 13 months. It's been really tough, so overall a very positive day.
Questions for Juan?
Hello.
Buenas tardes. Un cuestión nomás. Obviamente, después de 3 partidos, por fin han rompido el mala racha. ¿Cuál era la clave para ganar este partido?
Bueno, creo que al final para nosotros, de la forma que trabajamos, es siempre mirar los detalles que tenemos que mejorar y no perder la cabeza. Nosotros tenemos una forma de hacer las cosas muy clara. Creo que el demostrarle a las jugadoras que de esa forma se consiguen los resultados, y confiando en la forma del trabajo que teníamos, sabíamos que iba a dar resultados, y creo que esa ha sido la clave, el reforzar esos aspectos. Y hemos trabajado mucho individualmente estas 2 semanas con las jugadoras que se han quedado aquí a nivel que no han ido internacional. Luego hemos hecho un trabajo muy específico para el partido, con las jugadoras cuando ya volvieron las internacionales, y también darle un poco de crédito al resto del staff técnico, que están trabajando fantásticamente bien, y también han ayudado mucho en garantizar esta victoria del equipo.
Muchas gracias. And then Sean.
Hola, felicitaciones.
Hola.
Yo soy Aslo de Athletic. Tienes un grupo de atacantes estrellas, y ahora Midge volvió, tienes Jace. ¿Cómo vas a formar la parte de ataque del equipo a partir de ahora, que hay muchas opciones para mucho juego?
Sí, bueno, pues al final ellas tendrán que demostrar su valía. Al final tenemos muchísimos partidos también. Ahora, como vamos a una semana que jugamos 3 partidos fuera de casa, en Los Ángeles, en Portland, en Washington, luego tenemos la CONCACAF, tenemos más partidos que ningún equipo, entonces eso es importante, pero sobre todo el ir ayudándolas a entender cómo jugamos, cómo se van entendiendo entre ellas, va a ser muy importante. El poco a poco ir construyendo la forma que queremos jugar, y al final pues dependerá de ellas, Y al final él ha tenido que salirse con un golpe. Todavía Mitch y Hayes están llegando al equipo, de lesión, o de que se acaban de incorporar. Al final es casi ir día a día, y que ellas vayan demostrando lo que son unas fantásticas jugadoras, y de verdad unas fantásticas personas, y creo que entre todos ellas están muy dispuestas a trabajar para el equipo, y la verdad que para mí es un placer trabajar con todas ellas.
Sean, go ahead.
Coach, sorry to do this to you in English.
Yeah, it's good. I can do both, so it's good.
So I'll speak in Spanish, you English?
I think English is good.
Do English,
so everyone
please.
can understand.
We'll translate
because I
the
think
Spanish questions.
People might be thinking,
What on earth is Esther's soccer IQ, where the goalkeeper is rolling the ball out, she takes it away? Is this something that she may have picked up in film, or she just saw it right at that moment and pounced upon it?
Well, when we play, because of the way we play, we always are obviously very aggressive on our press. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone by now. So we also target goalkeepers, because we want to press as high as we can, and we are aware of that. But that's definitely down to herself. I think Esther as you were asking, what's her soccer IQ? I think it's, well, I don't know how to grade it, but it's probably one of the highest in the planet, if not the highest. If you look at her physical attributes are not like other players in the league, where she's like the quickest player or the strongest player or the tallest player, but I'm sure her brain is one of the quickest, and the way she reads the game, the way she understands the work on the ball, the work off the ball, the movement in the box, I think she is amazing. And, we saw that the other day as well with the national team, with Spain, that from here as well, it was a moment of pride, after coming back to it and scoring goals. But today, she's hungry for goals. I think today if you ask her, probably she's going to tell you that she's still upset that she didn't get a hat-trick. I think that's her mentality. So yeah, it's extremely high. I think the way she behaves on the pitch with the football IQ, but also the way she behaves off the pitch and how she is as a person and as a professional is really, really, I would say a role model for everyone, and also someone that helps us coaches to grow, So yeah, very, 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 very happy with her.
Theo?
No. Hello? Oh, there we go. Did you give me that one? Okay, that's a fake mic. That's our mic. Oh, okay. I did kind of just a few quick ones, mostly around.
Yeah, Jess, good. Go with it.
Jess Carter. There was a moment, I think, when Midge and Jace were coming on, Jess bolted to you. And she was in your ear. What was she saying?
She was saying, "Take me off, put Mandy as a centre back. I cannot play anymore."
But then she went down a few minutes later.
Yeah, because we needed to. Obviously, she can. She can. If she goes down any earlier, then she needs to come off. So we play with 10. So she was trying to hold them. We have Jess, because obviously it was an unexpected sub. So she's so good. I think she's obviously, she just came back from England, playing there. Traveling is very tough, on her body and I think that's the culture we want to run, a culture where people, when I always tell them when they are ready to come off or they can't do anymore, they put the hand up, ask for a teammate, and that's what she did. So credit to her, because sometimes it's never easy, and that can be making it worse. So yeah, very proud of her doing that.
The other kind of follow-up to that is not only Jess and Mandy were swapping in that second half, Brynja comes on as a left winger, finishes as a right back. Gabby and Ella swapped in the first half, right? And then Ella sets up the goal from that left side, having started on the right. Just talk me through, when it comes to the adjustments you make mid-game, how planned are they, and how much are you reacting to what you're seeing, or are you listening to your players?
Yeah, I think in we obviously started a lot of the forward line that was similar to the last game, but I think we wanted to put Ella and Esther closer to each other in the middle of the pitch, and then Gabby and Sarah on the wide areas. I think we were doing some stuff good, but we were obviously not being our best. There's still a big process of adaptation for Sarah, for Gabby, to start understanding what we do. So we came back into, I think when we came back to Sarah as a 10, Esther as a 9, Ella on the left, and Gabby on the right, we were back into control. We were able to control the game, to get those goals. I think Esther was really clever with the way she was pressing, so that really helped. And the second half, obviously, with Brew and the players that have been here the longest, they understand the way we play really well. So, I don't think there is many players or clubs that can play the left wing right back on the same game, and I think we are one of them, and that's credit to Brew, because she works incredibly hard to understand how we play. She's been versatile. I think she's played on every position, especially on the wide areas, but even in some of the CONCACAF games last year, she played 8 or 10. She's super intelligent as well, like we spoke. So yeah, those are some of the movements that we did during the game to make sure that we could, get back into it, and I think they work. So very happy with that. Then too.
Peyton?
Good to see you.
Juan, we saw Jace at the end of that game clearly seemed to be working well with her teammates. I was wondering if you could speak to how she's integrated and what you saw from her today.
Yeah, well, with Heise, I think, JC, I think to really try to get the name right. In Spain, we used to call it on a different way, just because of our accents. I think her process of adaptation has been really good. We have obviously now the Brazilians, Portuguese, Spanish that she can understand. In there, I have to give a lot of credit to Will, because he's the one that is a lot of the time with her, translating, making sure she's so good. Like he's doing a fantastic job with her, with Gabby, with Esther, in terms of making sure that there is no missing pieces. I think we try to take care of every detail, and for us, it's very important what we communicate to the players. And she's adapting really well. I think she's feeling comfortable in the environment. She's seeing that we are a club and a team and a group of people that care about her and about the rest of the teammates. Know that, you know, it's different in America to England in certain aspects. Probably closer culturally to Spain, where she probably was at her best in terms of the social side of things for players, for coaches, for how we are. And I think her process of adaptation is going really well, and you could see her hunger, you know, to try to score, to work hard, to make things happen. I think she did some amazing details. I think she was the one like kind of backheeling it for Jess to almost score. You know, she's showing that she's not selfish neither, so super happy with her, and I think she can be a very important player for the team.
Quick follow-up, if I might. We've seen some players have a much longer adaptation period in coming into the NWSL from various leagues. She seemed very comfortable in those few minutes she was in. What do you think, or are you expecting her to kind of have a period before she kind of hits another level of comfort playing in this league, or is there anything specific that you see about her game that you think makes her have an easier time adapting to this style of play?
Yeah, I think we can't forget, I think Hayes is one of the best players in the world. If you go back in the time 3 years ago, probably Hayes was one of the, I don't know if, correct me if I'm wrong, she was the most expensive player when United signed her from Barcelona. So unfortunately, I met her way before that when she was playing for Madrid CFF. Like she actually, we lost a game. I think it was 5-4, and she scored 4 of those goals, you know, against us. So you know, I know her as a player, and she's physically strong. She knows how to score goals. She works hard off the ball. You know, she got all the attributes that can be good to adapt to the league, but then when it's adapting to the league is one thing, and I think adapting to the team, this is actually a couple of the points that we speak when we are signing players, are the biggest challenges, and so we have a very clear process to try to speed those situations up. I think obviously she's a professional. It's not, this year we had a lot of younger players coming in. That is another adaptation to the pro world, but I think she's doing really well because she's got very special attributes as a player as well, and she's come with an open mind to do whatever she's asked, and I think that's working really well.
Awesome. Yep.
I'm going to ask in English this time.
Yeah, that's good.
You told me that you're going away for 3 in CONCACAF. That means great opportunity for the team to mesh, but also a lot of risk for injury. How are you going to, prevent that from happening, given it's a tough, few weeks ahead of?
Yeah, well, we work really closely with our medical team, high performance, manage loadings, making sure that for us the safety of the players goes first always, and trust me, there is a lot of detail and a lot of work and collaboration between all the departments to make sure that we do that the best way possible. Obviously, we're going first into this 3-game week, which is not only tough for being 3-game weeks, but that all the games are away, so that's even harder. And then in a month, I think from now, we're going to Mexico to play also in the semifinal, the final of the CONCACAF, which is fantastic. But I think this is also result of our success the last couple of years. I think we're the only team that plays the CONCACAF semi-final, final, hopefully, and then we are in the competition at the end of the year, which is adding a lot of games, but I think it's the same that in Europe. No, the better you are, the more consistent you are at the top, the more games you play, and the more chances you have to be a reference, and that's where we want to be as Gotham, and that's why we try to build a roster that can do those kind of efforts. So when you were asking me about the forwards, that's also part of why we do it. We need to have a lot of depth and people that is ready to understand that they're not going to play every minute of every game, because it's not doable, and because in this club what is the most important thing is the team. So
Here, Midge, Purce, and Lilly Reale. Lilly scored her first career goal as an NWSL pro player, and Midge, of course, made a much anticipated return to the field after being out for a year, roughly. who's counting? If you could both just start us off just with your feelings from today's experience. Let's start with Midge of just what did that feel like running out there and playing your first game back? I'm talking to that microphone.
We're doing mics. Yeah, it felt good. I don't think I really have a really sensationalized idea of like what happened yet. I think a lot of people ask me, well, how did it feel? It felt good. It felt really good mostly actually to just be with the team again, and especially coming into a 3-0 win. I was really proud of everyone and this one for scoring a goal. How nuts. But I'm just really grateful for how supportive everyone has been, and they made the debut a really special day.
And Lilly, your thoughts on your first goal?
Yeah, honestly, kind of just a right place, right time situation. But really proud of the group, and just I think we've been waiting for working on attack all week, so to get the 3 goals, and I think we had some quality attacks out there that we also could have scored on, was just a positive result overall. Yeah.
Asla?
Hi, so nice to see you playing again, and congratulations. I met your mom earlier today. She's amazing. I think my question first to Lilly is, I think we saw that in the first part with your goal, like there's an incredible attacking, 3 or almost 4 people in the squad. How do you guys actually prepare to play together and then create situations like you did today? And now that Midge is coming and Gase is joining, what is that going to look like, you think?
Yeah, I think, there are a lot of new players this year, myself included. So I think it just took a little bit to get that chemistry the first couple of games. And then now that we've kind of opened the floodgates, I think there's, nothing we can't do. We just need to keep playing together and, not necessarily getting too excited in front of goal and just finishing off like we did those 3 goals today. So, I think having Midge, having Jace now, will only add to our attack and just create a bit of versatility that we need up there.
Any other questions? No, go ahead.
Hi, guys. Great match today. Great win. Congratulations. I'm curious, what are some of your takeaways that you'll be taking away with the first win of the season, especially coming off of, a series of away games and some ties, and how you're taking the positives looking forward to the season?
Midge, go ahead. I'm going to make you guys answer these questions.
I was with them on the away games. No, it's something to build off of. I think it's a good start. And yeah, honestly, I think that's kind of how we're all looking at it. It's a good start. It's a really, really long season. Everyone knows that it's not just the beginning of the season that defines how you're doing. Obviously, we're not where we want to be right now on the table, but the table's not really established yet. So we're going to build off of it because we all know that there's a lot that we could have done better in that game as well. And I think that's the most exciting part.
Asla, did you have another one?
Yeah, I guess what was, the whole year you were preparing to come back was for you. Are you fully recovered? You're ready to go and kick the butts of the adversaries? And also, what are you looking forward this season? Who you're looking forward to play against? And what is that, some home games coming with, big teams. What do you feel?
I mean, I'm looking forward to winning a championship. I think from the very beginning of the year, people are always like, what are your goals? Like, what do you want? And I'm like, I want to win a championship again. And I want to be a really important piece of that and contribute to that team. I want to score goals. So I'm excited to be a part of a team that I truly believe, like from the bottom of my heart, that can and will win this championship. Yeah.
Any other questions for these two? Peyton?
Thanks. Midge, I was wondering what you've kind of seen from the rookies specifically coming in this season, just kind of adaptation, how everyone's come in, obviously, Lilly, with your goal and everything. People are looking good from the outside, but what you've seen from the inside.
Yeah, I think that the generation behind me has this fearlessness to them that we, myself and my generation, wasn't as privileged to have when we entered the NWSL or like the professional league. And it is the most amazing thing to see because we get to see how good they actually are, not a dampened version of what they can actually be. And I think they're all going to grow so much more and be incredible players down the line.